Okay, so we are recording now. This is what the new platform login will look like. The Wedbush Futures background picture there. Wedbush will set you up with a username and password. Obviously, we're going to be in the demo environment today, but it's definitely available for either live trading environment or the demo environment. So I'm just going to go ahead and click log on. The desktop platform, Wedbush Futures desktop platform, gives the user access to not only trading widgets where they can enter trades, but also quote board, charting and analytics, and a risk management tool. Everything is basically controlled by what we call widgets, or little windows on a page. I'm going to start by showing you the vertical left toolbar column. This can be display your pages, your specific pages. You can create as many as you like, or you can have it concealed where general specific titles like chart, quotes, trade, options, your preferences, and a log off down at the bottom. At any time, if the user wants more screen real estate, they can always, right up by the Wedbush Futures logo, they can close this sidebar where it will give a little more screen real estate. So for right now, since I can't hear you guys, I'm going to view the chat questions afterwards. I'm just going to open this sidebar back up, and I'm going to click this drop down for more. This will list my specific pages here. Again, like I said, there is no limit on how many you'd like to create. So we're just going to start with basically a new page. So I'm going to say add a page, and I want just an empty page. For this, we will just call it short name WB. Okay, I'm going to say OK. And you can see there are no widgets on this page yet. So I would just go to add a widget, and I get our menu up. These are the different chart types. Candlestick, hollows, bars, line, area, Heikin-Ashi, and a volume chart. We have a number of different quote board views. You can almost from any widget bring up symbol info as well as time and sales. There are two avenues for entering orders. One is what we call a hybrid order ticket. This is the basic depth of market ladder that will show you the volume being bid or offered at each price. And then the trade ticket would be just your basic trade ticket that would not include the depth of market. We have a number of windows for watching your orders: working, filled, canceled, your account summary, open positions, all of this, and then access to news as well as any formulas and stuff like that you have for your chart. So I'm just going to bring up a basic bar chart. Okay, we happen to be on ENQZ 18. You do not, everything is customizable. So the colors can be changed. You do not have to display the symbol information in the background grayed out, that this is the mini NASDAQ December 18 contract. Down below, I can just click in here, click in by the symbol to change to a different symbol. To the right of that, we have set time frames. Right now we're looking at a 60-minute chart. I can just click daily and go to a daily chart. If I want to switch to a candlestick chart instead of bars, I can do that right from here. There's lots of choices. Over here by the study, you can see that we have a variety of different studies, not the full array that you get with our other platforms, but more and more are being added consistently to this. So for example, if I wanted to add a moving average, I can just select add and close, and now the moving average line is in there. Over on the left, for the chart, you can see that I can have it highlighted, this particular bar, as well as in the red, the entire range for the day. You don't have to show that or not. If I wanted to add more to this, I just simply click the plus, add another widget. Maybe I want to add a quote board to the mix. They're going to ask me what kind. I'll just select this America's one. And it's got some of the North American symbols, EPZ. If I wanted to switch, I could just grab this tab, and I think I can just drop it into the page with the chart, so I can display both chart and quote board. The nice thing about all these windows is they can be linked for ease of use. For example, if I wanted to link this quote board to my chart, I would just click the link widgets, pick a color, and then go to the chart, pick the same color, and now whatever I click on this quote board, the chart will change to that symbol. So there's the crude oil, 30-year bond, and so on. So it makes it nice and easy. Now I'll show you a couple of the pages that I've already created, so we can get into some of the other functions. Okay, on this trading page that I created, we have the hybrid order ticket over on the left. We have a quote board. We have a small chart. We have my account summary here, along with open positions and working orders. To use the hybrid order ticket, we can enter by using the buttons over on the right, or simply drag and drop. So for example, if I wanted to place an order at 365 in the corn, I could just grab it and drag it to the sell column, and now I am working a sell at 365. If I can drag this, click on it, and drag it to, I believe I can. Now that'll add another one. Sometimes it gets a little touchy. Huh. Double left click. I can cancel the order. I can find the order info. I'm just going to cancel that order. You can also click on a price and say, use the buttons. Sell one at 364.5. 365, I can put a buy stop in, listed a little differently. Order types, order durations, all right here. And as you can see, you get depth of market. I think we need to link some of these windows. Let's try something that's open. Let's see if that, yeah. The corn was closed, so it wouldn't let me adjust the price, but now I am dragging the price in the mini NASDAQ. And as you can see, I quickly got filled, high volatility today. That fill report comes up, what account, the fill price, exactly what I did. This little dot can give me also more trade information as far as my account number, the order number, milliseconds on when it was working. You can see that in the middle of there, I modified the price, and then I received a fill. So very customizable. I can look at my account summary down there. Of course, the tab, we can always go to change any of the accounts and get a visual summary at any time. The other interface for trading would be our traditional trade ticket, which looks like this. Okay, notice it doesn't have the depth of market. Again, you use the buttons. You can adjust the price up or down by using the buttons, the quantity as well, and then buy and sell would be on tabs. So all depending on the use, maybe they don't need to see depth of market and they only want a small portion of their screen taken up for trading, then they may want to use the trade ticket. Okay, so those are the trading. Risk management, we have an option called the Risk Console. Here's basically a page I created with the Risk Console in it. The Risk Console is in the lower section. Basically, it is showing all 5 of my accounts. The nice thing with this is that any of the individual columns can be customized. They will also auto sort. So if I click on balance, I can display lowest balance account to largest or vice versa. So from a risk management standpoint, it makes it very easy to keep an eye on several accounts. Margin excess, we also have formulas that can, your own personal formulas that can be created. This margin excess is one of the ones I created, and it's basically just purchasing power minus total margin for what I have as a margin excess. Net liquidating values over there, again, can be sorted from lowest to greatest, but it is a good risk management tool. Up above, this is per account. For my one account, PS Elliott Sim, I am showing the net positions just for that account. Any of these can be, any of the borders can be dragged up or down. So if I wanted to see more information on this Elliott Sim account, I can see the products where there's positions, what OTE and UPL, all that kind of thing. Remember, these all can be linked as well. So I could conceivably say this is like a master window, and I want to show positions when I click on a different. Now it's, because this is on all, this is showing all of my different accounts and the positions in each. Another relatively new feature that we've added to the desktop is the options view. For this page, a page can be created basically giving the option trader looks out. This is mini NASDAQ expiration on the 12th, 19th, so I can just switch the weeks for that. We have the strike price running in the middle, bid asks, all kinds of information that you would need for options trading. Again, at any time over here, you could change this around. You could add new symbols. You could have I have a quote board in here, but you could have a hybrid order ticket, whatever you want. Just available to customize any which way you want. And that's about it. I am going to pull up my chat screen and open it up for any questions since I can't hear you. Do we have any questions? I apologize for not being able to hear you. You entered, okay. Kirk entered a question earlier. Let's see if I can find Kirk's. Kirk's question. Okay. Is there a way to have a chart on a separate page, but then be connected to another page such that clicking on a quote will then pull up the chart for that symbol? No, you can't link, you cannot link the widgets or the windows between pages. So a little extra clicking would have to be done. Remember, at any time, if you're watching something else, you can drag the border. You can hit it to full screen. You can close out a window so that you can see, expand what you want to see, but unfortunately you can't link between pages. Okay, if there are no other questions, pop out chart windows. Let's see. Pop out as in, place them on another monitor. No, unfortunately you can't do that on here either. they would all be added. This would be a one monitor screen. We do have other platforms where you could actually pop out a window and move it to another monitor, but on desktop it won't be able to. You won't be able to do that. I guess the easiest thing would be to say is just log into the demo, get yourself set up with a demo login, and play around with it. Oh, one last thing I wanted to add as part of the presentation is down in the lower left is our help file. So you can send feedback is if you run into any trouble where CQG or Wedbush is asking for a set of logs. You would do this right from send feedback. And no, unfortunately, Robert, you cannot have, you can work by the tabs, but you can't have 2 pages open at the same time. It would be best to check with your account manager as far as the prices, Kirk. The desktop in general runs about $25 a month, plus then you have to subscribe to the market data. Now, there's no charge for the charting. It's an extra enablement to turn on, but there's no charge for it. But you would have to subscribe to the exchange data. So the send feedback will send us logs. You can always bring up any new version release notes. You can take an on-screen tour, similar to what you're seeing today. And then you would also have access to the help file on any trading quotes, charting, formulas, preferences, that sort of thing. How to change the chart colors. That is the next question. And I am not entirely sure. I know it's here in the preferences somewhere, but I can definitely, okay, buy sell colors. Price movement colors. I don't know if we have a wheel. Yeah, looks like we have some. I can find out if so the background, it doesn't have the full range like our other platforms yet, where you get a color wheel and you decide. It looks like there are set, you know, either black or white background, as well as the local defined current default, green, red. I see, you can just change it. So unfortunately, yeah. Hopefully we get into where you have a color wheel soon where you can select different colors and stuff like that. Let me see. Bars one color. Well, it would help to go to a bar chart. Let's see here. Bars, and then it wouldn't be in here. There's the color wheel. So I could make all the bars one color. All right. Okay, back to the tabs question. You can, by adding the widget, you can add it as a separate tab, or like I did, so for example here, if we wanted to add a quote board to this, right? So I pick the Americas. Okay, so now I have two tabs, right, on the same page. One is the chart, one is the quotes. Okay, if I want to get them on the same page, I can simply drag the widget to an area that's already created, and now I basically have them on one page. I can add widgets to this particular side of the page as well as this side. Yeah, that's the linking the windows. So they're not linked right now. This I linked to another window at that time, but yeah, anytime you want to link, select the color, select the same color of the window you want it to be linked to, and then we go click on Mini Dow and the chart changes to Mini Dow. Study prices, okay. So if we're looking at the chart, yes. So throughout this thing, okay, so if I added, say, an RSI, I added a relative strength to this chart, right? So if I click on a new symbol like silver, I get the RSI for silver there, because our studies are based on that 9-period RSI means going into the relative strength, it's taking the most recent 9 bars and calculating the relative strength off of those 9 bars. So it's kind of universal. You don't have to worry. If I go to the gold, you can see it's a different crude oil. It's a different RSI figure because it's taking the 9 bars now of crude oil and creating same with the moving average. It's a 21 bar moving average. So whatever chart you're on, this happens to be a daily. This would be a 21-day moving average. Yes, the study parameters can be customized, yes. That is correct. I believe the settings are right here, manage study. So I can change the periods right here. You can see as I'm changing it, it's changing the values. And that's just a reminder, the 20 bar is, you know, whatever period it is. This happens to be a daily chart, so it's 20-day moving average, you could call it. If I go to a 1 minute, it's basically the moving average is now a 20-minute moving average. And if there are any other questions, you guys can always email support@cqg.com. Must I have both a Wedbush account and a CQG account? No, you do not. You only need the Wedbush account. Okay. A CQG account would be if you were using one of our other platforms. For this platform, you would just contact Wedbush, and they would set you up with a trading account and a login. Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, you always can email support@cqg.com. I encourage everybody to check it out. At least get logged in with a demo login and begin creating some pages so you get more familiar with it. Remember, demo trading is demo trading. It's not going to cost anything. But then you can get it customized to the way you like. You can also, I believe that whatever you create on your desktop in the demo environment, if you're using the same computer or PC, when you go to live and you log in there, those pages, since it's from the same computer, should be rolled over. So basically, if you set something up in demo, you should be able to see that exact setup only with your live account. Also, you can check back with us as I did record this, and again, apologies that I could not hear the questions and we had to use the chat. Thanks all. Have a good day.